we should be hopping off here pretty shortly. Let's go ahead and look at the...
Looks like the runners are getting readied up. So
yep, should be heading off here within the minute.
I'll be interested to see what their opening routes will be. I mean, I think in the beginning, No Logic is very similar to Overworld Glitch or Hybrid Major Glitches seeds. You know, you have some options. You either do like an early Saha play, or some people like to go up to Death Mountain, or you can always go with the standard, you know, go into CAC and start opening chests.
Yeah, when it comes to the No Logic tournament, I've been seeing a lot of people. Honestly, the hobo start into Ice Rod Swim Clip has honestly been super popular from what I've seen. I've seen a lot of people utilize that as an opener. You get Hylia Island, you get Hobo, you get Ice Rod Cave all knocked out pretty quick, as long as you get the swim clip properly. And those are three kind of a bit of a pain locations to get to, and being able to just knock those out in a pretty short amount of time is honestly really good.
I haven't been watching that many matches, so I didn't realize it was so popular. How do people handle getting over to Waterfall Ferry after that, though?
When you swim clip, if you swim clip into Ice Rod Cave, you can still get water walking out of there. So you can just water walk into to.
I see. So it's mostly. Oh, that's a really good route because you kind of isolate Zora, but everyone kind of wants to keep their money for potions and stuff. So a lot of people tend to just skip Zora.
Yeah, Zora being isolated and No Logic is, I feel like, kind of normal, unless you're being very purposefully anti-meta, I guess. Of assuming the opponent is probably not going to check Zora, all things considered. You might get a nice little goodie for doing it. Right, so Bell opted to go ahead and grab that big key off of Hylia Island, which is the Skullwoods big key. Which Skullwoods is usually visited. I think it's pretty easy to get to, all things considered. And
here's gonna be this swim clip that you were talking about before.
Yeah, this is relatively new tech. It was kind of like two different versions of it, and against slopes like this, I forget exactly what it's called, but you have to start a swim when you hit the button, and Link kind of does the whole swim to speed up, and you delay it a little bit, and you do right to down, right to right, and I think it just adjusts Link just enough to start just slipping on through geometry, just like there. It's a little finicky to get. The motions are slightly precise, and there isn't a great indicator of when to do it. It's like a thing you sort of feel out. Big key to swamp. A sword in Saha's closet. That is actually a pretty valuable thing to have. The Swamp Palace big, I mean, doesn't really do much other than it's a free check if you're in swamp state, I suppose.
Yeah, that one's not very useful, and it's not any of the cave state big keys.
No. Which we will probably see either. Usually I see people, if they don't get out of the initial big loop of items a cave state big key, they will just go to Hyrule Castle and grab one. And oh boy, cave state big keys, very important thing, No Logic to have. Because as it turns out, there is a quote unquote big key. A Bombos and Waterfall is that could be useful. That's either just good for ice, or if it's required for Mire, it's even better. Mire's a bit of a pain. So, and just comes up there. So, there is a quote-unquote big key for Cave State, which is normally you can't open big key doors in Cave State, but there's a couple keys, notably Hyrule Castle, Ganon's Castle, Pod, and I believe there's one more. I don't quite remember.
Thieves Town, right? Did you already say that one?
I didn't say that one. Yeah, so it's Thieves' Town. That's always the one I forget. Taro Castle and Ganon's Castle, I guess, sort of makes sense. Those other two, I don't know. The game being funny. So, yeah, if you have any of those 4 big keys, if you clip into a dungeon while the game thinks you're in a cave, then you can just use any of those big keys as the big keys to those dungeons.
Well, it's interesting that krelbel is getting into King's Tomb this way. A lot of the No Logic runners like to chain it in with Mini Moldorm Cave. Oh, it does get another big key though. This is a lot of big keys early in the seed.
Yeah, this is so far honestly not none of. Well, the Tower of Hera one that krelbel found is convenient for early game, if only because Hera can be slightly annoying at times to open depending on what items you have. And Hera is a very important dungeon for No Logic for many different reasons. It is basically the home of duplicating crystals, which is useful in some cases, and even though, yes, you need to kill the bosses of the dungeons, it's all roads lead to Hera. And our first bottle in Thieves Dropdown, which is a very powerful tool.
So I was recently told that it's a good idea to keep in mind that you can, what do you call it, tree warp, if you want to get that bottle again?
Yeah, so Tree Warp is an option. I don't think krelbel will go for it. I'm not sure if Nobly does Tree Warp. It is a very powerful and also risky glitch. Because Tree Warp, if you do it incorrectly, can potentially delete your save file, which is obviously a very bad thing in a race to have your save file deleted. You know, that's not an advantage. Now, another important fact is Nobly found the bow in the Uncle Dropdown, which is fantastic because bow is one of the items that is a bit of an issue to skip past a lot of the time. Like in Eastern Palace, getting past the Red Igors is without bow, you have to do some shenanigans to bypass it, or you need a lot of other items.
Yeah, it's basically useful for Eastern. We have ways to get around all the other times you need bow. It's kind of an early Harrow Castle play, though. I wonder if Nobly is planning to use this Cave State big key that he's gonna get for something pretty soon.
I would imagine that's pretty much the only reason to do Harrow Castle Escape, I think. Especially when you have so much of the game open to you, that is honestly far better check density, because I mean, the thing with No Logic is, items are placed with no logic whatsoever where they are, so realistically, routing for density and clearing dungeons is, generally speaking, the better route to go. So doing this is just get the Cave State big, which I'm assuming means he wants to do an early mountain into pod play. This pod is very easy to get into in No Logic.
Yeah.
It's trivial.
Well, krelbel did pick up a Cave State big key, that GT big key, so might not have to do Harrow Castle.
And a mirror.
That's a nice.
So we have 2 bottles and a mirror already. We already have the ability to go pretty much anywhere we want in dungeons. If you get creative enough with those 3 items. Notably, the mirror can be used as a sort of a bottle in a doorway. In some doorways, it has a bunch of asterisks attached to it, but the mirror can be a great substitute for a bottle. You save money, but you spend time instead. So other than getting the...
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so far nothing outside the Cave State big key. There hasn't really been anything to escape. There's the bow and Uncle, which I think krel's probably gonna find sooner rather than later, because Uncle Dropdown is how you get to Thieves' Town, with using using one of those bottles that he found with the YBA. Thieves Town is pretty dense and easy, and a fire rod up on the race game ledge, which Krell is immediately going to go grab.
Yep, fire rod or a fire source definitely needed for Ganon, and it's useful for a lot of other things. A reminder that these seeds in this tournament, we have doubled up the rods, so there are 2 fire rods and 2 ice rods in the item pool. And we kind of do that just because, since the runners are often required to kill Trinix, if he's holding a crystal, then many seeds often devolve into a rod hunt if there's only 1 of each in the pool.
And on top of that, I think it also makes it so it is very unlikely for a No Logic seed to be completely unbeatable with double rods, because honestly, Trinix locking... Trinix is kind of one of the few really hard item requirements in the game. Like, you cannot bypass. You need fire on Ice Rod to beat Trinix. There is no way past it. And
Krelbel's going to set up a quadrant glitch over here in Desert in order to get over to the 2 chests on the right side. So
if you set yourself up in a particular position, I know there's a position that lets you get hit once and do the glitch, and there's another position that lets you get hit twice and get the position. But basically, yeah, you get knocked into a certain position that sort of confuses the game and lets you just run through the tiles and wrap over.
Yep, and he doesn't have to worry about his health because of that mirror, so after
also
he opens these 2 chests.
Also looks like he picked up blue mail, looking at his sprite at some point, which I didn't quite catch. And there's another sword, and
I think that sword was on the right hand
yeah,
side then.
Yeah, it was. Because when he was dashing up, he only had the fighter sword.
I don't think we're getting that small key in Lumberjack.
No, definitely not. Small keys are not useful at all, really. Oh wait, where did he pick up the book, too? This is going to be a nice little bit of rag, because now he can knock out Bombo's tablet. Probably head over to K45.
Yeah, I think the book was somewhere in CAC.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, following the beginning of No Logic is honestly very hard. Because both runners go in completely different ways and knocking out checks every second. It can be a little tough to keep up with exactly what's going on. But yeah. Small keys, realistically not required. Some of them are really convenient, like the Hera Small and the Swamp Small in particular are just really nice small keys to have. And a couple TR Smalls. Usually you aren't gaining TR in another dungeon state. And there's the second rod already on krelbel's side.
Yeah, who wants to go fight Trinix right now?
It is technically possible right now to fight Trinix. Well, wait, no, we need a way to get through the door. Well, no, we have
the bottles.
So yeah, it is technically possible to fight Trinix right now. Not gonna go for it because that would be a very unfun process. But I would applaud the maneuver, the hyper aggression.
Actually, Chex is pointing out something interesting. We have a fire source and Master Sword to beat Ganon, and we have 2 bottles and a mirror. It feels like most of the dungeons are actually completable.
Yeah, if you're creative enough, you can absolutely beat most dungeons now. It's not gonna be a very fun go mode, but it is definitely possible. I think it's a unfun enough go mode where it's justified to kind of keep digging a little bit.
Yeah, but it's probably not a bad idea just to, do a bunch of dungeons and then just clear the dungeons while you're there.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Like you can do Thieves right now. You can do Swamp right now easily. You could beat Desert. Those are, oh no, not Swamp. Skullwoods. Those are 3 that you can do pretty easily with this given layout. Like, you don't have to do very much.
Pod.
And pod.
Always pod, yeah.
And pod. So that's definitely 4 dungeons that are relatively easy with the current layout. Now we learn that Hera is our second pendant. We know that pod is our green pendant. Oh, and krelbel, I didn't quite notice, set up the pyramid fairy play of setting up a map wrap with the mirror.
It's interesting that krelbel, he was the first to do the Death Mountain Ascension, but nobly is going to be the one that ends up checking more of the mountain first.
Yeah, it looks like he went up there mostly to rescue Old Man, check King's Tomb, and do Graveyard Ledge, if only to just get a bunch of resources. And then probably decided at that point that he just wanted to check out Pyramid Fairy, because I mean, I guess there really isn't much of a better time to route it if you want to decide to go to Hyrule Castle and Uncle Drop Down, because then you can at least mirror straight down into there like he is right now, which is honestly a pretty convenient bit of routing.
Yeah, he's going back out for Hyrule Castle, so he doesn't feel like he's too pressured about go mode right now. Yeah, oh, he doesn't have anything in his potions?
Yeah, both the bottles he picked up didn't have anything. He hasn't taken a trip to the potion shop yet. Nobly heading back up and heading back up the mountain. I'm assuming this is either Pod or East Mountain. This is East Mountain. Okay.
Yeah, just do the overall checks first.
Yeah, especially with Pod being a pendant, I honestly see just dipping it, if only to just get the items and just leave Helmasaur.
Yeah, there's so many items in there. It's a pretty dense play. Leaving Helmasaur, sure.
You don't need to kill him. Probably be fine. Just doing a little bit of running on the clouds. It's a cloud of Hyrule. They're made of water, as we all know. That fairy not being cooperative around a bunch of dead rocks is... Come on, there you go. Name a worse enemy in the game, I dare you.
Alright, so krelbel gonna finish up Hyrule Castle, probably... Oh no, we said he doesn't have the potions for going to Thieves Town.
Yeah. This is just doing checks. He was probably hoping Fat Fairy had a potion refill, potentially. Just there's a chance it could have been there. Get a couple free potions and then see if you could just YB into Thieves, but he's already here at Hyrule Castle. Suppose, why not grab the checks real quick.
What do we got here in Paradox Cave? Nothing so far.
Nope, but we have a good amount more upstairs. Money, 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 money. In a big key to desert. No, the game is like, you know what? Here's some money to buy some keys to dungeons if you want. Yeah, actually, I guess with that mirror, doing Hyrule Castle doesn't take too long for Bell. You can just mirror out and knock it out fairly quickly. Decides to do Agate Tower and... he's gonna YBA.
Oh, he does have a potion. Interesting that he's choosing to use it here instead of doing Thieves Town. You kind of do prefer to have hammer when you do Thieves Down so that you don't orphan that big chest, but this only gives you one check, the one in the dark maze.
Honestly, I could sort of see doing this as a bit of a gamble against your opponent. You know, they're definitely not going to spend their first YBA going here. Not by a long shot.
It's telling you should have gone to Thieves Down instead. Yeah, not a very useful small key.
I also believe that's a door you could mirror door as well. I believe.
There's no pots there, so
Yeah, it would.
a while.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I guess it's possible if you're desperate, but it's a long wait.
Alright, so here's our third bottle.
A mirror and 3 bottles. The possibilities are endless.
Yeah, and even if you don't need, require the third bottle, it's always nice to have an extra potion so you don't have to make less trips to the potion shop or in case you mess up.
Yeah. I'd say for no logic.
Ooh.
That is. Well, on the plus side, getting back up doesn't take too long.
Yeah.
And decides to opt out of going to pod entirely. Is this deciding to just go to CAC, I assume? Yeah, this is CAC. Well, he also has a Desert Palace big key too, so this actually looks a bit more appealing. He could MMG Landmo.
He doesn't know that yet, but yeah. Once he gets his fire rod on the race game.
I mean, even then, he has bottles. He could spin YBA over to Landmo if he really wanted to.
But again, I don't think he has the potions. Or does... I guess one of them
You
came with a green potion.
I forget if one of them came with a green potion, and he'll just use that one, or if you really wanted to, you just do a red YBA, which, granted, messes VRAMs, but, I mean, that's not that big of a deal, honestly.
But this is very typical. At the beginning of No Logic, you're not worried about using potions or filling up your bottles. It's just after you've gotten most of the easy stuff, then you fill up on potions and then start using them. Krebel gets his first pendant as well, and probably gonna head over to the East Death Mountain.
Yeah, it's pretty dense. Oh, and also, he has a book and he's grabbed tablet here at the same time.
Oh, that's right, this is a new check.
And a key. GT smalls aren't bad either, if you intend to just clip into GT normally instead of YBAing into GT.
What the runners would be most excited to find probably is Pearl at this point. Just makes things in the Dark World so much faster.
Yeah. And also Pearl saves you so much money because, like, you know, you can go to the potion shop and you can buy blended flutes. You can buy flutes that have been blended already, but it is very pricey. They charge a premium.
Oh man, I never remember the setup for this bomb clip, but Krelbel gets it. Nice little shortcut to get his bottle out of Spec Rock.
Yeah, that's one of those ones I don't remember either. Especially because, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could just hover it or just walk around. And it's deciding... Yeah, this is deciding not to go to pod yet. Honestly, I would love to see someone pull a tree warp just to get that that sword out of Saha's closet again. I think tree warp is a really fun glitch. I've practiced it. I've never gotten to actually use it in a race, practiced it a few times. It's really cool. I like seeing it.
Nobly's having a little think here.
Is this a think of, do I want to raft to Eastern, or is this a... It's either thinking about rapping to Eastern versus Desert, or maybe just not quite remembering the clip. The clip from Race Game to Desert is a slightly weird one.
Yep. Alright,
So now we'll see a new check here.
Yep.
I want to see someone do the Cave State Mega Route. We got a lot of bottles for it. We can absolutely see a Mega Route.
Now, what does that Mega Route involve? Where did they go?
So you YBA from Uncle into Thievestown, then you clip from Thievestown into Desert, then you YBA from Desert into Mire, and then you clip from Mire into Hera, and then you clip from Hera into Swamp. And you have Cave State through that entire journey. With 2 bottles you can do it, and you can mass clear all those dungeons.
Yeah, it seems pretty tempting. Especially without Pearl. Nobly's setting up on the right pixel. It's like he didn't quite get it. That looks better.
And a second medallion out of the dam. So we got Bombus and Ether, so it's really only a 1 in 3 chance now we'll be probably locked out of Mire and have to do the whole other set of shenanigans to deal with the Mire problem. I mean, yeah, other Tom, you don't need to Mega Route. We technically have enough items to realistically, you could deal with every dungeon. I think the only issue, oh, you can even deal with Swamp. Yeah, we can deal with every dungeon. It's just, do you really want to?
Which is why I think you do all the easy dungeons first, like Thieves Town, Skullwoods, stuff like that, and maybe you just find some helpful items on the way. Although krelbel did find flippers in Mini Moldorm Cave, and that's really convenient for Swamp.
Yeah, that is very nice for Swamp.
So that's a nice pickup. Nobly's going to...
He's gonna set up... I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't know what
I think at that point he's just death warping for health, I guess. I'm assuming he wants to do the spin YBA to get into.
I don't know why though. I mean, you can just go there. You have the fire source, you have the big key. Just go there normally.
The only reason I can think of is just to save the desert small for whatever reason. But I don't see why you would need to.
Like if you want to get into Swamp.
Yeah, I mean, so saving the desert small would do one of 2 things. It would either A, you could use it in TR. If you could do a spin Samaria into TR.
No, I think it's to open up the right side of desert so that you can do some door glitches in that door.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, because then you could door glitch. Because he's probably thinking about dealing with swamp potentially. You have 3
Maybe.
bottles, or 2 bottles and a mirror. 3 bottles is enough to deal with Argus.
But I mean, you can open that door in other ways as well. You don't need to have this small key. But anyways, it's fine. Well, krelbel's actually spending the 500 rupees to get a blue mail.
Nice little. I mean, it's nice to have. Certainly.
I don't know, at the expense of like 3 or 4 potions.
Yeah, not worth it. Not worth it in this current. Not worth it in this current economy. But I don't hate having the mail upgrade for eventually, doing some of the later fights. Usually pretty low percents that can happen right now.
Alright, so we've got a Kiki skip. We're gonna check out what's in pod.
And Skull Woods is the last pendant.
Alright, so our primary concern is Meyer then.
Yeah, if we have the medallion for Meyer, then Meyer is definitely doable. We have enough bottles to do it. I mean, we also have mirror too. If it isn't, then we can still do it. It's just a bit of a pain to do, but possible.
Yeah, you'd want to leave that for the end and hope that you find the medallion somewhere along the way. But,
half magic in pod is nice. Nice little upgrade.
I do hope the runners are thinking about go mode. Sometimes in No Logic, they like being in go mode kind of sneaks up on you, and they might not be considering it this early into the seed.
Yeah. In Nobly's case, he hasn't come across Ice Rod yet, so he's not even thinking about go mode yet. Because now he knows he needs to do TR.
That's true. Wait, where was Ice Rod? I thought that was in the desert area.
It was in
Agina's cave? Yeah.
It was Agina's.
So he decided to skip that and Bombostel and all that?
Well, Nobly did. He beat desert. He checked desert and then went up and beat it.
Yeah, and he got trapped behind the rocks. But that's kind of why most people would do those overworld checks first and then go back to the back of desert and save that for the very end.
I guess he just debated leaving those checks for later potentially. And considering No Logic, like right now in Nobly's mind, he can clear thieves, he can clear pod. He has a million things open to him right now that he could do at any given moment. So like I get why you might want to skip a couple checks. Because you can absolutely slap out a lot of dungeons right now.
Well, then he should be just going straight for the dungeons now, then, right? Where is he going? you gotta pick a strategy and like stick with it.
I'm just trying to think of like a good reason of why you'd want to do skips like that.
Yeah, I agree with that reason, but then that means go for the dungeons.
And this is definitely just checking Dam and Mini Moldorm. I mean, it is a lot of checks that he can grab right now. Doing all this is pretty quick, and he also didn't check King Sum, I don't think. So he can knock that out right now.
Got a flute in pods. That's always can be helpful just to get around. I don't know. They've checked. Yeah, they've checked most of the overworld, and they don't really have vanilla Dark World access. So.
Yeah, you're gonna be spending money on potions. You're absolutely gonna be buying a lot of blue potions for Dark World right now.
It's a fast way to get to the potions. Yeah.
Honestly, I'd probably just come in with quite a few of them if I'm intending to just run around Dark World for a while. just do checks and then just and then just set it up again, set up another fake flute and keep going.
And where's Nobly headed now?
So that is our
okay,
fourth
getting some
bottle.
potions.
So that is our fourth bottle in pod. We have 4 bottles and a mirror. The sky is the the sky is the limit to what you can do right now.
I don't know. I think we were hoping for like hookshot and Samaria maybe. Then you can really do anything.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Wait, krelbel, is there like a quintuple YBA where you do 4 YBAs and a mirror door somewhere to actually do something?
I mean, why
Like,
not just YBA and then mirror and then YBA and mirror? Like, why stop at 5?
krelbel is going for Helmasaur, which I find a little surprising. I mean, I guess with mirror, getting to Helma doesn't take that long.
It's a long check for one item though. Oh, it's green pendant. Okay, you can.
Yeah.
I really would like to see more crystal dungeons though at this point.
Yeah, we're seeing Nobly's going to pod, right? Or sorry, he's going to thieves right now, which makes sense. You can full, well, you can't full clear the dungeon. You can't get this one check back here. Surely this one check isn't going to be the thing that destroys you, right? Clearly not. Only 1 in 216 chance that this check is important. Also, he doesn't open up the maiden cell.
If he's planning to just grab the maiden and then come back down, then that's fine. We just don't want to see him exit the dungeon.
Yeah. He's leaving the dungeon.
Maybe you open the 4 chest and then go back in. But I don't see anybody do that. Okay. Well, he might. I hope he doesn't run into those jail cells on his way back in. Oh, I thought that was gonna be the Thieves' Town big key. Oh!
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay, so that was a Helma down on Bell's side. Oh, he didn't actually beat Helma. Okay. I thought he did because I'm like, oh, he mirrored out of pod. Clearly, he beat Helma.
Oh,
I was looking over at Nobly's screen when he died.
Yeah.
I didn't quite realize. I just assume that if you just statue dragon a Helma, that Helma's just dead. Like that's just an assumption on my end at that point.
Yeah. All right. Now, is there an easy way to get to Armos based on what krelbel's doing? I don't think so.
There's the triple YBA in the Armos Knights if you really. Well, but you also need that door open. That the big key. Well, no. At this point, no. You would just YBA into Thieves in Cave State, and then YBA into Eastern and open up the door.
Yeah.
That's your easiest. I mean, it's slow, but it beats the dungeon. And at that point, you could have Thieves cleared and Eastern cleared.
I believe I see krelbel complaining a lot about success rate on YBAs, so triple YBA is probably not in the cards.
Oh, probably not. I mean, honestly, that triple YBA is a pain to do in general. That's usually, for me, that's like my last dungeon thing to do. I will leave the option on the table, but at that point, I'd probably rather just go from Thieves into Eastern.
Alright, Nobly's doing your strategy of just doing a bunch of fake fluting to get link state in the dark world a bunch of times.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do at the moment. I mean, at this point, he can go into Thieves Town, which he didn't. Oh, okay, he's just leaving. All right. So he's gonna open up. He's just gonna open that up for now. Head on down. Probably go to the Mire area.
Yeah, that's
You
what we
probably
want to see.
know. And he did pick up the Mire big key as well. So Mire is. We can YBA through Mire. We could bypass that. We can bypass the game requirement too. Yeah. That is true, Foxless. Look, brain is filled with a million things you can do in no logic that'll just forget the most basic crap. I'm usually thinking of way more different things than the very easy solutions.
Did krelbel not have a potion to continue on from Eastern into Mire?
I don't know. I don't think so. Or maybe he just opted not to?
Probably would have gone from Eastern into Mire and then maybe even exited Mire. Maybe you can open it from the outside. Ugh, it's Quake.
Alright, our 1 in 3. Our 1 in 3 is just done already.
So we really want to find Quake somewhere. That's all our swords.
Well, no tree warp to dupe the sword today. Sorry, chicks.
Alright, krelbel's gonna fill up on potions here. Wow, it's just spending money like crazy, both of these runners.
Yeah, Nobly's Dark World trip is cost him quite a bit. He's farming. It's a stun prize of 20 rupees. He's
nice.
just farming it. I mean, you could pay for a good amount of trips. It just takes a little bit of time. All right, so Krell bought a bunch of potions. He might be thinking of mega routing here. He's at the very least 2 thieves. I'm not sure if he knows that Skullwoods
is a pendant.
Yeah. I don't think he quite knows yet.
Oh my gosh, Nobly's already out of money. He hasn't Houlihan, I think. I think we only saw krelbel do that.
Yeah, I don't think he has yet, because krelbel just did it when he went up to the graveyard. I mean, makes sense.
krelbel on this conveyor belt. Sorry. Alright, let's see. Yep, gotta line up to do a key dash on this stairway, otherwise it sucks you back down. I always forget to do that.
A lot. Yeah, I forget that a lot too. Honestly, that's one of the hardest parts of no logic for me. Is I'm usually thinking of far more different things than these like random little like one-off time savers. I'm usually imagining a route of like 3 dungeons ahead and not thinking about what's going on right now.
Is this actually the right route in Thieves Town? Maybe I'm doing it wrong. So you go all the way out to the front and you open all the chests and then you go back inside? I don't know.
He has the small town. He has the small key to Thieves, so he can just go up to the attic, like by just picking up the pot key and like he I think he just wants to do the attic and the attic in Thieves state.
Oh, okay.
is either he wants to do the attic in Thief State, or he wants to keep Cave State and bring it into Desert.
Okay, so you open all of them, then you go back. I don't know. I mean, I haven't been watching people, so I have no idea what's better or not.
I mean, honestly, there really is not a good way of routing in the front of thieves. It's so awkward.
We'll leave the crystal for later. It looks like that's what's going to happen. The runners do have to get all 7 crystals and also defeat all 7 bosses that are holding the crystals. They don't have to do them at the same time, but they can separate them out, since that is possible within the rules of No Logic.
Yeah, we can... The most notable example of that happening is either Mire or Swamp, because both of those dungeons have kind of strict requirements in order to enter or beat the boss, and what'll end up happening most of the time is we can, say, do a glitch to get to the Argus fight, but in another state, and then to actually get the Swamp Crystal, we need to do something completely different in order to actually grab the crystal. And that's partially why the runners cleared out Hera, despite it being a pendant. Because all roads lead to Hera somehow. On the Krell side, we saw a little dash citrus you can do on that corner in order to just clip straight into Desert in Cave State. Granted, he has a Desert Big Key, so he doesn't have to get this chest that way, but he is planning on taking this into Mire.
Does Nobly have a fairy in order to... Oh no, you can do the Dark Maze backwards. Or, I guess, the regular way.
in no logic, the normal way is backwards. Alright, Bell, you need to expend magic. Oh, okay, I think you figured out that you need to throw some fire rod shots.
You can't use items when you're in the doorway. You gotta come out. Alright.
Okay. Gets it. Nudge your camera. You have to nudge your camera up a certain amount. Otherwise, you will be clipped into the wall instead of walking through the wall. And oh, look, we're here in Mire. Yay!
And Nobly's gonna walk all the way out of pod, okay.
Yeah, this is the Cave State Mega Route that I was talking about.
Yep, seems good if you have the bottles. Sometimes it's just a little less good if you've already done Desert and Hera, but here's a glove. That's always nice.
It's a nice convenient thing. Mm-hmm. By no means required, but it does make certain things a lot more convenient to do. I don't think we'll be seeing a Nobly get lost in the maze.
Possibly. I mean, he only had Helmasaur left, so I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So what are the main things that we have left? We'll probably want to see someone do Skull Wiz, although that's a pendant. And then maybe... Wow, even GT's not really that good of a play right now.
Yeah, we can't, like, we can do some things in GT. I mean, I think in that case... Ooh, a hammer. Now suddenly that GT play looks... That GT play now looks really nice to do. So the dude, No Logic turn, has learned Unwobble C yet. Not in this tournament, no. I don't believe so. with the current rule set of two fire rods and 2 ice rods in the pool, it is possible for an unwinnable seed to be rolled. The chances of that happening are extremely small, and it has to be something like, oh, your Book of Madura is on one of the tablets, and then the other tablet has like Fire Rod, and Trinex holds the other Fire Rod. Like if something like that happens, then yeah, it's completely unwinnable. And if Trinex is also required.
Yeah, it's so unlikely.
Mm-hmm. And yeah,
like,
so
even when we played with just one rod each in the pool, like I can't even remember anybody ever running into an actual unwinnable seed.
it is definitely theoretically possible. It is very unlikely. Nobly being very low on cash, going for another big flute. He's already cleared out a lot of the Dark World overworld, so I'm actually curious where he's going with this.
Cold Woods is the only thing I can think of.
Honestly, with how poor you are in this seed, I'd almost consider just doing the normal mirror DMD. Like, yeah, it's slow, but you are so low on cash. Like,
I'm not too sure where. Oh, he hasn't opened up these now yet? Oh yeah, he has.
He's going into the front door. And I think he's going to be reminded here that he did not open up the jail cells.
No!
So he's going to do all this and then walk to rescue Blind and go, oh, wait a second.
Alright, Krelbel's still going on the mega route.
This absolutely didn't happen to me yesterday in my race. Absolutely not. No sir. I definitely did not make this mistake on restream. Nope. Now, krelbel, still in cave state, has spent quite a few keys to the point where the number is wrapped down to a rupee symbol.
Rupee 5 keys. Sure.
Yeah. Makes sense. And now you're gonna do a dash citrus down into swamp. And open up swamp, which, since swamp is required, honestly, this is a good way of doing it. You're gonna need to open up this door anyway, and also, he has the hammer, so he can actually just do the lever at the same time. This actually kind of worked out for him routing-wise. If our runners run into a hook shot, then the swamp issue is completely solved, and we don't even really have to worry about it. We could just do it normally for checks as well. Yeah, krelbel did Cave State Mega Route, and it was Meyer Lobby Chest.
So let's just take stock here. So the main things we want to find are Pearl and Quake. Well, Quake for sure, and then Pearl would be nice. Nobly really wants that ice rod out of... Well, we know one of them is at Agina's cave. And that glove and hammer would also be really nice for him, both in Mire. Well, one of the gloves.
So Bell's actually pushing in the swamp. I think if you're doing this, he's doing left side as well. He's gonna grab this chest, he's gonna grab the big chest, he's gonna grab left side swamp even, because I don't see...
I never realized you could erase that block, but it doesn't help you.
Yeah, I think that was one of those things. I think krelbel is kind of thinking of, hey, is this actually possible? Hold on. Because it's not something that really is something I just never thought of.
The more you know. Alright,
I mean,
so
hey, now we
head.
know. Wait,
Would
Bell,
you
you
want to
need
go
to...
through the... Yeah, just go through the top door. You've got red rupee 2 keys.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Alright, so Nobly is still in Dark World, right? This is true Dark World? No.
No, that's playing the Light World music.
Yeah.
He died in Thieves, so
Oh,
he's
yeah.
in fake Light World now.
Alright. I thought maybe you could continue
Or
up to Skullwoods, but
fake
no.
Dark World rather. Yeah, no, he's gonna have to DMD himself. Wait, Bell, you don't need to grab the key. You're autopiloting Swamp. You're in left side. You're immediately not thinking. You're in
No,
cave state.
he needed to switch the pegs the other way.
Oh, yeah. For a moment, I thought it was just autopiloting of, like, oh yeah, I'm on left side Swamp. Clearly, I'm playing a normal game mode right now and not No Logic. That's what I was thinking.
Right,
Because
now
I have
Nobly's in
absolutely
Dark
done
World.
stuff like that before. Yeah, on the plus side, at least with Fake Worlds and Mirror, it's not too bad to get rid of it.
You got 1 green rupee.
Now, as long as he doesn't die, and okay, now he's fine. Now he can start checking out Skullwoods. Honestly, I could say with how the two have routed the seed, it is a bit unfortunate for Nobly of the skips he's made, considering what Bell has found, to make his seed far more comfortable and also beatable. Because he actually has the Ice Rod. Nobly still has to worry about the Ice Rod, and also just... I mean, he has Gold Sword, but he does have very little HP. You know, that shovel might actually push him towards that Ice Rod. Because he does have shovel, he might be tempted to check that out, and then while in the area go, oh, well, I may as well check out K45 and Bombo's tablet and Agina real fast. Because I'm already in the, like, you know, he could loop those checks together.
Wow,
So that might actually push him to do that.
Yeah, Krelbel's doing Hera basement. So many of these slow checks, like... I wonder why they're not choosing to do the more dense areas. Like you said, GT just looks so appealing right now.
If you're... GT looks appealing. I'm assuming he doesn't want to do the double YBA in the Trinex. I'm assuming that's probably the biggest holdup for Bell.
No, that's fine, but I mean, if you're just
I don't
looking
know why
for
you would do
true
YBA.
items, you know, you have GT, you have Ice Palace, these kinds of things, I think.
Especially with Hammer and Glove, you could full clear Ice Palace right now and get a crystal out of it. You don't even really have to worry about orphaning anything. You can actually go to Ice Palace in Ice Palace state and full clear it at the same time.
That's what Nobly, I think, is gonna do.
Yep. This is off to Ice.
It's gonna be a little bit harder for him, so he's gonna leave behind some checks because he doesn't have Hammer. But he still will be able to finish the dungeon and beat Cold Stare, assuming he doesn't die or anything.
Bell is Bunny Citrusing up into
GT. Okay, so maybe he just wanted to do Hera Basement while he was on his way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of surprised on that call. It's just so slow considering everything else you have access to right now. Just because you have a lot of clearable crystals right now too.
Yeah, but definitely just trying to get those crystals, and you never know, what you want might just be on the way.
Yeah, just, you know, you can clear out Thieves, clear out Desert. The eastern from, you know, Thieves to... Oh, Moon Pearl.
Here's our Pearl, okay.
Definitely not a requirement, but that will make routing so much easier.
And krelbel is the one who hasn't done a bunch of the Dark World overworld yet, right? So
Yeah, he will be able to knock out Dark World, no problem now.
yeah, he's got vanilla Dark World access, so it gives him easy access to Hype Cave. He can go finish up Thieves down in Swamp. I mean, Skullwoods.
Wait, Bell, you can just bonk. Okay. There's our second fire rod. Yeah, that bomb jump. Yeah, it is pretty precise to do. Yeah, I guess if you are very quick on that bomb jump setting it up, then yeah, it's probably faster. I guess it's one of those things of I'm not confident about setting that up something pixel perfect that fast. I rather just do it the normal way at that point. A second glove. Well, now Vel can just walk into Ice Palace the completely vanilla way. He doesn't even have to wipe into Ice Palace. He can just walk into Ice Palace. I don't even think about it.
I think in my race I forgot that I could go in the vanilla way, and I just YB8 into ice.
It's just habit. You're just so used to not having vanilla access.
I haven't seen anything particularly interesting in ice yet. See if nobly.
All right, nobly doesn't have the ice big.
Right.
But Bell has done so many more checks at this point. He hasn't even beaten Crystal yet, but at the same time, he's pretty well equipped to just knock them out, almost vanilla-like at this point.
Who goes into this fairy room? No, I mean, he was low on health. This is fine.
Yeah,
and,
Nobleed has very little HP and on green mail.
Yeah, and is he gonna VRAM this? That's another thing of concern.
Well, no, actually, it depends if what he has.
Depends on his potion.
Yeah, if it's red, he'll VRAM. If he just has a blue, then he won't. He'll be fine. I imagine with 4 potions, he probably has backups as well.
Okay, here's
he has a red as well.
Don't mess it up. Ooh, okay, no, you get another try.
Yeah, at this point, he only has to worry about the fact that he just has so little HP that each try is going to cost him a heart. He's otherwise fine. I mean, I'm always of the opinion that I'd rather drink the potion too late than drink it too early. I will honestly kind of on purpose try to tell myself of do the movement first. Just trying to avoid drinking the potion too early and not having... I mean, right now he has a backup, but sometimes you don't. That can be a little tricky.
Yeah, but
okay, now you don't have enough. Now you don't have enough HP to eat a bomb. And these guys don't drop HP. You're gonna need to go back to the fairy room.
You can drink the red potion. He has a fairy. He has a fairy.
Yeah.
Do you still get snapped before the fairy revives you?
Yeah, he's snapped.
Know. Okay.
Bell doing Skullwoods. Does he not have the map, or he has the map? He can see the P symbol.
I'm not too sure what happened to nobly there. It's possible that using the ferry.
He was facing down because he did the snap.
That's fine, but well, I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, he could have either something weird happened or he just got tripped up, which is also possible. Wait, you know? Then well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a logical reason.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm taking guesses.
Here's the point at which you're starting to get concerned that this glitch is taking up a lot of time.
I mean, I get it. He knows he has to beat Ice Palace. He has like at this point he knows this is absolutely a possibility that's just going to be required. A bunch of money on that ledge, which I honestly would probably. Well, actually, at this point, krelbel, he has Moon Pearl. He doesn't even have to worry as much about money because he doesn't need to buy blue potions anymore. So he can actually sit pretty comfortable at 900.
I don't know where to look anymore. But I thought krelbel was in Skullwoods. Why is it? Did he? Oh, because it's a pendant. He didn't bother to go to the back.
Yeah, he just checked the front checks and left. Which I mean that's fine. He had the Skullwoods big, so he could full clear out the front and.
Okay, so we're gonna do. So he's gonna do Thieves Town and then maybe go down to Desert and finish that.
All right. Well, there goes that backup potion for Nobly. Now he has to drink it just to get HP back.
I think at this point, you can't keep erring on the side of being too late. You just gotta give it your best try. It's like your last chance, so just come on, Nobly.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Press those two buttons at the same time. You gotta be holding.
Oh.
You gotta be holding the sword button and then pressing two items. I mean, two buttons together. But yeah, this is a lot of time lost. You can see that krelbel's gotten a lot of checks in the amount of time that nobly spent on this. Sometimes it can be a mental thing too, where you're just so afraid of using up that last potion. And
yeah, in Nobly's mind, he has money to rebuy potions, but he still doesn't have Moon Pearl. Stun prize is $20, which is definitely something you can grind up, but I can understand being a little frightened in this scenario.
It's more about the time investment to get all the way back down here. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and just to clarify, he doesn't need to keep hitting select every time he gets in that doorway.
Yeah.
Drinking the blue potion is just going to bring up the last text box that you had, so once you've done it once, it'll be fine.
I forget, do you even need to do that for this particular YBA?
I think it's good to just be safe. Like, if you haven't had any text box at all, then I think you have the potential to get stuck. Oh, he's got it.
Now he has to hit left, and then right within...
Ooh, I've never seen anybody fall down that way, but okay, it works.
That's news to me. Tam Slam is what chat calls it. I've never heard of the Tam Slam. I'll be perfectly honest. But if that works, that's pretty cool.
Why are there
Not
all
gonna
these?
lie.
Why is Tam finding all these things? Tam
Yeah, why does
Slam,
Tam
Tam
have...
Swam.
Yeah, why does Tam have so many tricks named after him? You can tap down and dash turn right. Huh. The kicker is Tam didn't find it. Why is it named after Tam? Is it just because the name Tam Slam is just fucking great? And
Maybe he does it all the time. Don't tell me that Tam doesn't do it at all. Alright, Nobly's gonna refill on potions here, and as expected, Krelbel's gonna be going and doing desert, I assume. Oh, he didn't know the Mire medallion yet? Wow.
Yeah, we
Bad-
still have not found Quake.
Bad
So we
news
have to
for
deal
him.
with
Yeah, do desert here. You can even go out and do swamp, I think. Or, well, not all of swamp, but at least kill Argus. I think Krelbel has those tools. Yeah, he found
yeah,
the
if you
desert
wanted
small.
to do, it's either 3 YBAs or 2 YBAs and a mirror door to do Argus from desert.
He has flippers. I don't think he needs to do the mirror door. You just swim to Argus the regular way.
Well, then you don't have hookshot to beat him though.
After the 2 YBAs, your camera's unlocked. So.
Oh, that
You
camera
just-
stake is cape. Oh, every time
Yeah.
I've done this trick, I've never had flippers at all, so I've just assumed that was the YBA that the spin YBA that helped.
Yeah, that also unlocks your camera in the north-south direction.
Hmm. Yeah, there you go. Something I never thought of, but yeah, that is. So it's just a double YBA then, which is a little tricky.
Well, that's 2 crystals apiece. Oh, Nobly getting sucked down this Thieves Town stair. Looks like he's not going into desert. I mean, going into desert for swamp. Or maybe he'll do it after checking this. Nobly's got
yeah.
this LSD blind on his side.
Yeah, on top of the graphics being extremely bright, slightly unpleasant, or maybe cool, depending on how you look at it. This has the component.
What happens if you try to go back into the boss fight? I've never gotten sucked out before.
Yeah, you know what? That's news to me. We're gonna find out here together.
I mean, it looks like he's just gonna exit out the dungeon and then come back in and fight blinded in a regular Thieves Town state.
Yeah, this is ad-libbed blind script.
Alright, Krelbel going to
Krelbel
do Hype Cave, right?
Yeah, this is Hype Cave. And then from here, where did he go? He could just
Vanilla
dupe
Ice.
Swamp. He could just dupe Swamp real quick, just get the dupe part over with. Come back later to kill Argus. Yeah, I'd imagine also going to Ice Palace. He can just go there vanilla and he can just clear the dungeon completely normally. He'll probably just end up doing that. Because why not?
Oh, now that I think about it, I think if Nobly had just gone back into this fight, obviously it would have been reset, but then also the door would have closed behind him. And he would have been stuck.
Yeah, because I think LSD, the door gets kept open because you have that text box open. And that's the reason why it stays open, so if you re-entered, it would close again.
So that was good thinking by him not to just reflexively just try to get back into the fight.
So now we're back into Fake Dark World. Nobly's gonna have to stay in Dark World, which is what he wants to do. Now, where's he off to? Check out what's on the ledge, it looks like. Or set up
another fake flute.
It's also just unfortunate that the Moon Pearl is just sitting there in Hope Room in GT, which is easily accessible.
That's a hard call without Hammer or Samaria, yeah.
At that point, the call will be going to GT because you can do the bomb juke to get DM. And then at that point would be I'm just gonna either YBA to the top of GT or climb GT for items and kill Aga real quick.
Get those 300 rupees.
He might be saving it. I think he's just saving it for because you can do the you can get Link State off of that item. That's probably why
you have bottles.
Yeah, but with his money situation right now, he might need to.
But that's how you get the money.
I don't know. Like I said, I am just thinking of a scenario where it's a play to make.
All right, so
I don't know what I'm just trying to imagine what his rationale behind the decision.
But yeah, okay, we're gonna get our first look at East Death Mountain. There's often stuff hiding in Turtle Rock, especially when you get a mirror, so at least that's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, TR does look appealing. Though, I mean, the thing is, with Nobly's situation, he can only enter in one part of TR and clear one part, and then can't really clear the rest. This is rapidly trying to think of his best play to make. This is Hookshot? Yeah, it's Hookshot Cave. Oh, you know what? This could be good. Do you have a red potion?
Is a green one? That's fine, isn't it?
Does a green one work to get to GT?
Yeah. We're talking about Hookshot to Ice Armos?
Yeah.
Should be a subtile YBA.
I'm not 100% on where any subtiles versus super I know a lot of them. I don't know all of them though. That one, really not sure of.
Where is Nobly? This is not an area of the mountain that I'm familiar with. Feels like he jumped off and... people are saying he jumped off a floating island completely?
Yeah, no, he's definitely not on floating island anymore.
So he can either try to get onto the Turtle Rock entrance or walk into the Super Bunny Cave.
Can you wrap back down and jump up into?
It feels doable. You don't really have very many visual cues, though, maybe? I don't know what he's looking for, though. But this is Super Bunny. Yeah.
Not the play he wanted to make, but he still does at least get something.
Yeah, and he could use his mirror to get into middle of Turtle Rock from here, also. So I don't... Ooh, Eastern, so that's nice to have.
That'd be key Eastern. That does at least give him a dungeon to clear that he hasn't even touched yet. Bell already cleared out the front of Eastern.
Yeah, doesn't seem like krelbel found anything interesting in ice, not in the hammer locations or the big chest, right?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Half magic or something.
You got half magic in pod. Which nobly still... Well, no. Yeah, because Wait, was it in pod? I thought it was in pod in the vanilla big key chest. I could be wrong.
It's very interesting. Why doesn't nobly have it then? Alright, krelbel...
Unless it's me having seed bleed, which is absolutely possible with all the No Logic races I've watched. So I could just be wrong. So nobly has progression to do, at least. Very comfortable progression. He's going to get the lamp out of here, which at the moment won't really do much other than convenience, but if we see a hookshot somewhere, which I don't know where hookshot can be, considering how much of the game we've seen from both runners. I don't know where hookshot can be. We don't have much left. We have what? Right side GT, we have GT Climb, we have all of TR. We have the back of Swamp. And like some boss kills, I guess.
Yeah. Personally, for me at this point, I feel like I've done enough of the high density locations that I'd really strongly be considering just going for all the crystals and bosses.
Yeah, this is East Death Mountain for Bell. He's gonna find that Eastern big, and he'll be able to just beat Eastern without an issue.
Yeah, and hopefully also get to Trinex and do that.
Yeah, if he wants to do the double YBA to Trinex. Which looks like that might be required in this seed, but...
And then on nobly's side, we want him to continue on to Meyer after finishing Eastern. Oh, krelbel is not gonna do Super Bunny first, so maybe after doing Trinex, he'll get spit out in the front, and then he could do those checks.
If he does Trinex, yeah. I mean, he does have completely vanilla Dark World access. He does have, well, there's Big Key of Thieves. Well, that really matters anymore. GT small.
Saving and putting out. Oh!
I was thinking he was just gonna mirror out and just be at Fairy Cave, and he could just reclimb Dark Death Mountain. Because I mean, he has mitts. He can just go up the mountain completely normally, and go into Dark World again.
I don't think No Logic players think that way though. Like having mitts there, like.
Where Eastern Palace Big Key was in Super Bunny. Check. Which, is he going back to East Mountain? Yeah, he just completely forgot he could just mirror out be at Fairy Revival and just, or Fairy Ascension Cave and just leave.
That's totally understandable.
You're so used to not having just completely vanilla access to the whole world and not having to do anything stupid to get around. You just play the game normally.
I am still surprised he didn't go for Trinex though. Wonder what his thought process is there. Alright, Nobly's going back in. He's gonna use a YBA to Mire, I think, and that'll get him.
Just gonna give him
hammer
glove and hammer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is gonna make him probably slightly upset at all the time he spent in Ice Palace trying to do that. Spend YBA. When he could have just been to Mire and, oh hey look, here's your glove and a hammer.
We also want Nobly, after doing Mire, to hopefully exit out and grab his ice rod? Or is he gonna continue on to Hera?
Good question.
Alright, this is our one potion.
He can mirror door this if he wants. It takes some time, but you could just mirror door instead.
To answer chat, we only know of one ice rod right now, checks.
It's in Agina's cave.
Unless I missed another one somewhere. Okay. Krelbel taking that eastern big key straight to eastern as expected. That's a natural play.
Yeah, it's a clearable crystal. It's only 2 checks at this point for him, but I mean you have to do it anyway. At this point you don't have a good way of routing it in either. May as well just knock it out now. You might just stumble on something important along the way anyway.
Nobly giving up on this YBA.
If Nobly decides... What Nobly really needs in this seed right now is to decide on cleaning up the desert area, because he does have shovel. If he made it into Mire with the glove, then he'd definitely be pushed, because he'd also knock out K45 at the same time. Which would be a very nice full cleanup of the desert area real quick. That Mire play would have been so good for him if he made it there, though.
Yeah.
Because then he would have found glove and hammer. He would have been really tempted by GT at that point. Go to GT. Oh, hey, look. There's your Moon Pearl. Now you don't need to worry about farming money anymore.
What can krelbel do after this, though? I mean, the only thing I can think of is just going for these hard-to-reach crystals and bosses one by one.
Yeah, at this point you have to be thinking about doing the YBA into the back of Swamp, clearing it that way.
Yeah, that gets you 4 checks. If you go do Turtle Rock, is just the one on Trinex. And then Mire is like the one that you save for last because it takes so long. You have to delete the throne room door and then go through a bunch of dungeons.
Yeah. That's definitely not the fun one. I mean, honestly, the desert big, if you just wanted to kill... well, no, you don't have the smite either, so you'd still have to... You still have to go get into Mire and then do YBAs to even get to the video at the moment. Because we don't have smite to get past that room.
So both routes are long. Killing Vidya is long and getting the Mire crystal is long.
Yeah. That's definitely saved for last. Absolutely. Did we not see Back of Escape yet? We didn't, because nobody had a glove.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody's had a glove to go back here. And neither of them did the swim clip. None of them Tam swam back here.
Nobly. Yeah, it's
super duper unfortunate.
like
this is gonna end up being like good in terms of how it's gonna push him. it is just really not good at how long it's taking.
Yeah, I was just gonna comment that it's important skill in No Logic to be able to get these YBAs off.
I feel like YBAs are going to come up in every single No Logic seed. It is worth learning the timing properly.
Yeah, it's definitely a skill, and it is in some ways a barrier to entry for the mode, but you know.
Because at first when it's like, yeah, you just hit, 2 buttons on the same frame, and that doesn't sound too bad on paper, because you do kind of a lot of those kind of things anyway.
Well, Nobly's also having trouble just snapping himself to the right location a lot. He takes a lot of damage each time he tries.
Mm-hmm.
Krelbel still not going for...
He gets it.
Nice.
Now he just has to not die. But actually, I think he has backup fairies anyway, so even if he does die, it's not a huge deal. So we're actually going to see the Smith chain.
Yeah, Krelbel's still not going for the crystals. I'd be interested to know whether there's like one of these particular crystals that he doesn't think he'll be able to do, and that's why he's continuing to look for items.
I think he doesn't think he can do the TR one.
That
The TR
could
double
be
YBA is
understandable.
the TR double YBA is honestly pretty tricky.
Yeah, that's the one that's like you do it rarely enough that it's hard to remember the exact steps, but it's often enough that every so often it is useful. So you run into the situation where you're like, I need to do it again, but I've forgotten.
The TR one especially is painful because of how long it takes to get back into that position every time. Like if you mess it up, it's a hike to reset it up again.
Alright, nobly. Your glove and your hammer.
He'll find his hammer here shortly, which hopefully will push him into GT, which will then give him Moon Pearl, which will then make things infinitely more comfortable on Nobly's side.
Problem is, he's already done a lot of the Dark World stuff. It does, I mean, yeah, getting to Dark World dungeons would be easier for him. Alright, now Krelbel's gonna check out the middle, as well as Mimic Cave.
Mire right now is also incredibly awkward to do, because you have to YBA into Mire, and then on top of that you have to do a double YBA or a YBA and a mirror door to get to Vidi, and then kill Vidi and hopefully don't die in the process. Which nobly is not in the greatest scenario for the Vidi fight in terms of HP. It's like one wrong move kind of deal.
Well, he doesn't have any more potions, right? And
no, he only had one potion getting in here.
yeah.
He doesn't have enough money. That's his problem.
Oh yeah. And I fear even if he had the potions, given his track record right now.
There's the second ice rod. Lava chest, second ice rod. There you go. No other locations now.
Let's see, so if Krelbel keeps going back here, if he has a potion, he has the option to get to the top of GT if he wants. He could also lava dive if instead he wants to knock out Agate 2 at this point. Oh wait, no, that's harder for him to do, because he doesn't have the Turtle Rock Big Key. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna go up to Moldorm 2 through this doorway here.
Yeah, he wants the additional checks on the top of GT.
Yep,
Makes
sense. Well, nobly does have.
Oh, I thought he didn't. I thought he only had the one potion.
Yeah.
We're
clearly not paying attention.
Yeah, because he was farming money so hard. Like, I thought he only had the money to buy his one potion into Mire, and that no, he had two. He did an extra potion trip. Okay, that makes sense. So now he has to do another bomb snap, and this time he can mirror door if he wants, which takes a bit of time, but you don't need a potion.
Can you spin a Mirador, actually?
Yes.
Okay.
I've done
I don't
this
think I've
Mirador
ever
before.
done it here.
Yeah, you can do it here. It takes a bit of time, for sure.
Well, he's using a magic, so I guess he has a potion? Okay.
Yeah, he does. Okay. Which is good. Well, there's red mail at the top of GT. And some arrows.
We didn't find the right thing here.
And he can't hover, so he doesn't kill more.
We're down to 2 bombs too, okay. 3 bombs. Krelbel
Maybe you can go backwards into Aga Tower to get some more resources if you want. Okay, gets the snap. And just
too conservative. Part of it is like knowing how to adjust based on your previous failure. Like if you know you're tending to press. Oh! You know, if you're tending to press the direction button first, then you just really gotta be able to adjust whatever your method is to hit it a little bit later. So Quake, but is that the thing that was holding krelbel up? Let's see what he does next here.
No, I don't think.
Now, nobly still has the option to try that spin YBA without snapping, so that is doable.
You just have to time it frame perfectly.
Yes, and sometimes I do that when I do run out of bombs. And at that point, it's usually like, well, what else do I have to lose? I might as well just give it one last try.
So nobly backwards through Aga Tower to
okay,
to get some HP.
I didn't know there was a bomb there. Okay.
Yeah, I still think the main holdup for Bell at this point is dealing with Trinex.
Okay. Yeah, he is still making checks, especially out of the way checks. Malmo is asking, are we in tile set territory? I believe we came here from Eastern, right? So I do believe.
Yeah, this was Eastern to Mire.
Yeah, so Vidi will be stuck in the slime. And nobly's gonna have to come back later. That's rough.
Mm-hmm. I think this is a seed that's kind of playing into the more discomforts of both runners. Kind of requiring some of the more difficult YBA chains to beat the seed.
Right. I feel like it's a good seed for me, but I know a lot of people have been kind of trying to rely a lot on the hook bushes and stuck bushes because they can be really powerful as well, but sometimes you get seeds like this.
Oh, if we found a hook shot, the seed is done. We can stuck push the rest of the seed. So Bell is going back to Helma for the item. And I guess for Green Pendant as well.
It does kind of show you though, like how much of the seed you can actually get done. You know, even without having to do the really weird, complicated YBA stuff. So Nobly's finally gonna find his ice rod. I wonder if that'll push him towards Trinex? No, based on what I've seen, probably not.
No. It's definitely not going to be doing the Trinex double YBA.
I wonder if he's maybe
That's easily one of the harder ones to do, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, he did get the hammer from Meyer though, so
yeah,
I should push him towards GT.
If he goes to GT, he at least gets Moon Pearl, which is something. It is a reward that will at least help out the money situation. But where do our runners go from there?
So if we theorize that krelbel is being held up by Trinex, getting to Trinex, then does that mean are we going to be looking for both the big key and Samaria? No, I know there's a way to open up the big key door.
If we got Samaria, you could do a you'd have to open up the doors first. You'd have to open up the small key door to get to the back, but you could do a spin Samaria from Desert to get in there in Desert State and take that big key, because you'd end up in the west, like the laser entrance on the west side.
I don't think you can go anywhere after doing a Samaria, except to just exit out of TR.
Yeah, that's true shit. You could do... I'm sure there's something.
Yeah, people are talking about deleting the door from Meyer. I think that's probably your best bet. Wonder if it might be worth it for Nobly to do like the arrow game at some point to get a bunch of money.
Well, you can only get like 3 free arrow games. After that,
then just exit out and do it again.
Can you do it in Super Bunny? The arrow game?
Oh yeah. So you can only do 3, and then you gotta use another blue potion.
You can do more. So you can do more. You just don't get the free setup on it.
Yeah.
You have to play the game normally. Oh, GT.
That's good.
This is definitely gonna be good for Nobly.
Krelbel, I think, is gonna pull pet after this, because this is his last pendant.
Oh my! Oh, we're gonna see.
Oh, we got our Turtle Rock big key. Does that do it? No.
Neither runner went to the mid or the back. Both of them skipped the back of Skull. Well, okay, that is some more checks to do, and slightly alleviates the Turtle Rock issue. Not fully, but it is one piece that alleviates it. So we'll see the back.
Let's see how Nobly's doing on this clip. Now, I don't actually know how to do this clip. I learned during the time where we only knew how to one frame this.
Yeah, this is basically doing 1 frame select buffers to go up.
No, but you new kids have this way to like bypass some of the 1 frames.
Whatever that the guide tells me to do, I do the inputs. I don't think about it much beyond that.
Yeah, I learned
I-
before citruses were discovered, so I never truly figured out how to do them.
I get into a citrus situation and I bring up my bookmarks and type on the citrus book.
No! Yeah, Nobly gets pushed off to the side. Feels like he needed to go up 1 more pixel or something.
Yeah, after you get snapped into place, you got to do 1 frame up left and then down right. Okay, is this the first ped pull in No Logic in this tournament? So, Malmo, you there? You've watched all these races. Is this actually the first ped pull in No Logic?
This is winning. This is what winning looks like.
Let's go, blind pull. Do it. Do it. $20.
Buy a partial potion. Alright, so based on Krebel's playing, we're going to Turtle Rock, right? Open the big chest?
Buy some potions first. I know he's done the Turtle Rock YBA before. It is not something he enjoys whatsoever, but he does know how to do it.
Well, if he doesn't want to do it, he can go do the other stuff first, right?
I mean, everything right now is going to be an unpleasant double YBA situation. Swamp is at least a double YBA, if not a triple.
What else have we not done? Can't you get to GT Compass Room somehow or something like that? Or Tile Room? I think that's just a single YBA.
Let me just type in BK mode guide real quick and see what it says.
Okay. As as the author of that guide, I don't recommend that. But if people are using it, I guess I'm glad it's being of some help. Alright. Honestly, for me, it took me a lot longer to get used to 1 frames than it did YBAs. They're both separate, distinct skills. But it's good to see both runners putting it into use. Actually, given all the troubles that the runners have been having, I think it's still pretty impressive that we're only at like 147.
Yeah, this is reaching the mark of at this point I would probably wait. Bell, you have the big key. You can just walk to the back. You just walk up the door. Yeah, that's fine too.
Alright, so we got 1 more check here, and then let's see Krelbel do some YBAs.
Yeah, I think there's no shame if you know your path to victory is a trick you don't quite know to just pause for a moment, look up a guide real quick, try to figure out the trick, and then go back. Samaria! Oh, that fixes everything.
Sweet Samaria.
Alright. I think that is go mode for Bell.
Yeah, because that helps him get through Meyer.
Yeah, he can just beat Meyer normally. He doesn't have to do anything for it.
Yeah, he can use the Samaria in place of the YBAs in Desert to get the Swamp.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you really... Well, I was about to say he could Argus Death Hold, but looking at his HP count with red mail, it's gonna be kind of awful to do. Not gonna lie, but you could Argus Death Hold into just duping.
Nobly.
Honestly, it's a. Oh yeah, he's going up into. He's dumb clipping in. Do. Well, it's not quite a dumb clip, but same idea. Yeah, I think JD, the only part of Death Hole is 19 hearts with red mail. Death Hole is not going to be very fun to do. Like that just sucks. There's no way around it. But
why? Oh, okay. Nobly's got it. Yeah.
honestly, it's a bit astounding looking at the difference of like HP and mail between the runners, like considering all that they've checked. And somehow Krell has found how many more hearts? 11 more hearts. Has 11 more HP and 2 mail upgrade. So Drana, Kane was the crystal roller room in TR.
Silvers. Okay, another convenient find.
Yeah, it's just gonna make the coming fights a little bit quicker.
Now, will krelbel search front of TR? Maybe looking for hookshot? Hookshot would make swamp easier.
No, hookshot would just make it free at that point.
No, he's fluting away, so... I mean, he could check here, he could check right side GT, but it looks like...
He's doing Mire.
Yeah.
Do Mire, mirror into desert. Go from desert into swamp. He actually he has a game plan now. It's no longer panic checks. This is a plan to victory now.
This seems like a good practice seed where, you know, try getting your 2 rods and 3 bottles at the beginning of the game and just finish it.
See what you can do with just those items in the seed, nothing else.
Yeah, and
because like,
does it still take you 2 hours or not?
like this seed is definitely like, if you're confident in a lot of the harder YBAs, the seed absolutely can be beaten in pretty quick order, honestly.
I think both runners are wondering, you know, why isn't my opponent done yet?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. For different reasons. krelbel has basically checked everything in the game and is pretty much last located Maria. And is probably panicking of, oh god, Nobly probably found this. Nobly is panicking because of how long it's taken all the YBAs for him to do. And is wondering why is he not finished yet? But
let's see if I look at the brackets. So the winner is going to go up against Chex Human, and the loser has been decided yet. Will be going up against This Is Not Yoho. But this is just the first game, so they got more to play.
Mm-hmm. And this is a far cry from the race I did yesterday. It was like, here's your stuck push kit in 12 minutes. Have fun. Smiley face. It's like such a nice seed in comparison. then yeah, off to swamp after this to kill Argus, and then we have flippers, so swamp is super duper easily doable.
I wonder if krelbel saves, just in case something messes up. Guess not. It shouldn't be that dangerous, but...
Now, if you mess up, the ways you mess up Death Hole would just, I think you can still save quit out of it, because usually if you mess up, you fall in the pit. And you'd either save quit or just mirror out. And Nobly is doing a vanilla GT climb.
So
Krell, you're
krelbel
not supposed to die.
is saving.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
just afraid something will go wrong.
Oh, that's understandable, honestly. You just need to remember to bomb yourself, I think, twice, right? Because I know red mail's like you need to be at like a quarter heart or something.
I don't remember this setup at all.
Yeah, because you need to be at red mail, you need to be at a quarter HP for it to work. Okay.
Alright. This
Does
looks
the
good
setup,
so far.
Does the Northern Samaria, opens up the map. And then get yourself on a specific position to set up a bomb that will kill you on the same frame that you fall down a hole that was now created off of that Northern Samaria. Opening up the map made it so you can actually see what you're doing right here. And off you go into Argus. Where Argus's little afro there is just gonna hit you every time he drops down. So having to gate for this fight makes it a little bit easier.
There we go.
Most of the time I've had it where the afro just hits me every time.
Very nice. So that gets him Argus killed, but he still needs to grab the Crystal of Swamp. So he can just go in through the front door for that.
Yep, he can just enter Swamp normally and just do it the vanilla way, except just YBA or Mirador from Water Lever. Go up into Hera, which our runners cleared at the very start of the suit because all roads lead to Hera somehow. There's only a few dungeons that don't end up in Hera in some capacity.
And we can't forget krelbel still needs to do Aga 2 as well.
Yep, but that's going to be pretty easy because the North Samaria method of Aga 2 is probably the easiest and the quickest method, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, nobly. Please be careful. Alright, krelbel gonna get into Hera from here. Let's see how it goes for him. It's interesting, I don't tend to bomb snap on these doors that are not auto doors.
Honestly, I do it because, I don't know, I just find it's just a really easy way to just set myself up on the right pixel. Really, like without really thinking about it much.
Yeah, I just prefer not to run out of bombs or hearts. Alright, and then the crystal will drop in the middle of the sub-tile here, since this is the swamp crystal. That's 7 crystals for krelbel. Easy, right?
Easy peasy. I do think Argus Death Hole and the ways to get the Argus are pretty important tricks to know. Just because, honestly, Swamp is one of the hardest ones to handle. Dealing with Swamp is not very fun. Either killing Argus is painful or duping it is painful, depending on your loadout. Because I don't really want to think about doing the yeah, Dudley's out of fairy, he's fine. Yeah, dealing with Swamp, if you have to do the whole duping it out of Aga Tower, it's just, I hate it. I don't want to do it.
Used to be a lot worse than that.
Yeah, I have not been around long enough to know how bad it was.
Alright, Krebel's got it. Dropping down to Aga 2, right? Yep.
Yep. Lava Dive, North STC, straight into Aga 2. You get a funny sprite textures. Which I'm not even sure why it does this, but it looks cool, so whatever. Kudslin, it says 13 out of 2 because he opened up another chest while the game thought he was in TR, basically. He opened up more chests. Well, he also didn't clear the front. He was in TR state clearing other stuff. Because he went to GT in TR state.
Yep.
And now, given this equipment loadout, this will be the completely free Ganon fight. Yeah, I hope nobly gets the hover. I want to see what's in that chest.
We want to see Hookshot in there.
Right, that's what my brain is thinking. We have not. There's very little of this game we haven't seen at this point. We're missing this chest. We're missing right side GT. We're missing the 3 chests in Hookshot Cave.
The front of TR.
Yeah, front of TR we haven't seen either. We haven't seen the back of Swamp.
Yeah, that's right. And down goes Ganon. Get your GG's in chat for Krebel.
Oh, it's just $20. Wait, that's Manila, isn't it? Chris, Hookshot's other than Hookshot Cave, right side GT, front of TR, or back of Swamp. Those are the only locations that have not been checked. Hello, Crow.
Hello.
GG's on that.
Oh man, thank you. Oh, that I suspect I know why I won on this one, and I feel kind of bad because I suspect what happened was Nobly did what I should have done, which was like 45 minutes ago just start YBAing past the cane requirements, and I wasn't confident enough. Like, I knew the techniques vaguely. It's been a while since I've done them, but I would have needed to look a bunch of them up, and a bunch of them was super rusty on and knew I would fail. So I just really committed. I'm like, well, if it comes down to just YBing to the finish, I think I'm not going to get it. So let's keep hunting for a long time.
I'm sure seeing that Samaria was greatest godsend in a while.
It was quite a relief. My next stop after that was Thieves, and my next stop after that was the BK mode guide for refreshing my memory on West Samaria positioning for Caneless Maria and for Caneless Mire, and then the I guess triple YBA for Caneless Swamp. And double YBA for Caneless TR. All three of those I'm incredibly rusty on. So that would have been the next thing.
Yeah, those 3 dungeons definitely, that situation comes up a lot actually.
Yeah. So that took a while. Welcome, Nobly.
Yo, welcome. GG's, dude.
GG. How close were you to the end? I'm curious.
Me, missing either hookshot or red key.
Right, but I imagine at some point you decided, all right, I'm just gonna do the double IBA for Mire and triple IBA for Swamp and double IBA for TR, right? Did you start doing all that stuff?
I tried to do the triple YBA for Mire, and
wait, is that a triple?
Well, to kill Vidi.
Right,
yeah.
it's
he doesn't have Quake.
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah, triple. Ugh, oh my goodness, then it would have also
the YBA from from Eastern into Mire.
Yeah, it would have been 6. Yeah, so six YBAs in total for Mire you had ahead of you. Oof.
Yeah, because then the sewer door delete and with bottles, and then
yeah. Oh yeah, a total of 8 YBAs, I guess, for Mire. If you don't have Kane or Medallion, that's what I decided not to do, and then just
I can tell you, I tried my hardest to get to the boss fight. That's for sure. Oh my days!
Oh man,
I could not get the double YBA, not the double Y, but the spin YBA to the boss room.
Oh, the second with the spin. That's right.
Yeah, it looks like you were already having trouble doing it to get the cold stare, and
wasn't
working out for you today.
Oh yeah, you can. I was so frustrated.
I can imagine. I imagine it's a relief now that I finally finished. It's like, oh god, I don't need to do any more. I don't need to do the 12 YBAs I still have in front of me.
So when it started getting rough was in Thieves Town. After that, it was complete mess left and right. So I went into Thieves Town semi-early. Forgot to open the maiden doors because I was thinking about going to the attic first. Then I forgot to go to the attic, and then I died in the front of Thieves Town. Then I YBA'd I fake fluted back to Thieves Town without opening the maiden door. Walked all the way to the basement. Realized when I was outside Big Chest, I was like, I forgot to open the maiden doors. Oh my days.
Well, I also forgot that I didn't do that, but the first time I was in Thieves, which was during the Cave State Mega Route, which I actually felt good about. I think, compared to my last match when I failed 80% of my YBAs, I actually don't think I failed any in this one, and I still did a bunch in spite of not deciding to do the 12 to finish
the
without
really
Kane.
hard ones again.
Yeah. I still did a bunch of them. I did the Cave State Mega Route, and then TR to GT, and wished I could hover for finishing up GT, and I think a couple others here and there. Oh yeah, the Swamp Dupe to finish. Maybe a couple others I'm forgetting. And CT as well. Yeah, did the YBA for CT really early, which felt silly.
Oh,
At that point, I was slightly confused because I thought you would
Yeah.
use that bottle to get into thieves. But then I was like, well, maybe this is just like a super anti-meta play of, yeah, my opponent's not just gonna spend this free green potion in Castle Tower. That'd be silly. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, it was exactly that. It was definitely a anti-meta.
So I'm guessing you didn't find hookshot then.
Nope.
Absolutely not. No,
we don't
I
know
think
where it is.
the locations. Brett and Pretty Wong, you were. Thanks for commentating, by the way. You were saying which
So,
locations hadn't been seen.
Neither of you checked the right side of GT.
Right.
The Hookshot Cave, the 3 chests.
Right.
Oh, believe me, I tried to go to Hookshot Cave, but then,
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. We saw it was you
If-
set up and you accidentally jumped off the island after
Oh.
wrapping
Yeah.
up.
I also was gonna go into GT at that point, and I don't think green potion would have worked as well. So
It
I was all-
should, I think.
Yeah, it should work.
okay, then I was okay then. If Hookshot is in Hookshot Cave now, I'm gonna be so sad because that would have put me earlier in Go mode. Because I was like
Yeah.
Hookshot and Red Cane from Go for like ages.
I might actually load this up again and do the East double Samaria to check out the. Or no, I could just check it. I could check the right side of GT.
You can just go
yeah.
there normally.
I was thinking, oh, it my ways to the right side of GT. Oh yeah, I could glitch there. Wait a minute, no, I could just go normally. So yeah, I might load this up again and emulator hover the hover chest because I do not know how to hover. But outside of the context of the race, I have no shame in emulator hovering.
I
'Cause
must say,
think with that I could access the rest of the seat without hookshot.
I must say that I was pretty excited about like amazingly many bottles early game, but Speed
Yeah.
Base destroyed me.
I was terrified by all those bottles because I am not confident in my YBA tech, and so when they all showed up, I was like, "This is a recipe for a very terrible early go mode for me."
Yeah, apparently spin YBAs are not equal to just regular YBAs, so holding like many buttons with my controller might be a mess because my controller is starting to run out of power as well. So there was like a couple of I'm just gonna stand here, hold my sword out while I try to put my controller back on.
Oh man.
No.
But I'm pretty happy. That was my first like no logic race, and I managed to do a what do you call it? Citrus clip as a bunny for first time, except I put the wrong inputs, so I got flinged around the screen. I was like, "Oh, are you kidding me?"
Oh no.
So, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Well, I imagine it's good that you showed the audience a little bit more of the attempts at the spicier YBAs than I did. That's fortunate.
Well, I was pretty happy getting the Meyer to CT, and I was like, "Oh, this is so nice. I'm gonna be done with Meyer boss. It's gonna be fine." I spent some time doing my spin YBA in Nice Palace. Is fine.
Yeah.
We can still salvage, but then I used like 18 bombs and ran up and down Castle Tower trying to find more bombs and hearts.
Oh man.
At one point, I was like, okay, if I just do the mirror thing.
The mirror spin YBA there?
Yeah, because
Or spin
I'm not-
mirror door?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about doing the spin YBAs because I'm not sure when I'm supposed to release my sword and stuff. So I was like always worried about soft locking with like holding my sword too long and stuff.
It's a good way to do the spin YBAs, especially if it's like the green ones that are gonna refill. Is green is especially easy because it waits to refill your magic and health, and then it activates. So during that entire time, you let go of your sword.
Well,
Yeah.
imagine if I just remembered that they refilled you.
Oh.
Yeah, green YBA will always it acts like a blue potion. You just get a full refill.
Yeah, because the Ice Palace won't put you in a select mode, so that's a little bit easier. But I was struggling to hold 3 buttons and press 2 at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, definitely something to work on then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little practice before our race 24 hours from when this race started.
Yeah, I started 1 hour before this race practicing, so pretty happy. I was practicing hook push, but no hook shot, so that feels great.
Yeah, so far
That's been the normal.
so far I am 0-4 for having access to hook pushing in my, or sorry, 0-3 for access to hook pushing in my races in this tourney. So here's hoping for a break in the streak.
We learned that you're not allowed to roll seeds then.
Yes. Oh yeah. You can definitely feel free to roll tomorrow's.
Yeah, I don't think it's as common as people think. I mean, obviously the YBA tech comes in way more often.
Yeah, there are 4 bottles in the pool, so you're likely to find one of them.
Yep.
Out of curiosity, like, did you just need Kane to finish, or would the TR big key also have held you up, krelbel?
Let's see. If I hadn't had the TR big key, I would have just done the double red YBA to finish TR.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were holding off forever of doing that because your path to victory was clear. It was just like, well, do you want to commit to the massive chain of YBAs to do?
Yeah, it was really Kane or hookshot and then beeline. And if I hadn't had the Meyer medallion, or if I hadn't had the TR big key, all that stuff that was late, if I hadn't had those things, I would have gone around them at that point because the Kane or hookshot would have blown the seed wide open. But it just so happened that I also got everything that made the remainder base fairly glitch free by the time I found that Kane. That Kane, man, woof.
Yeah, all I was looking for was the hookshot or Kane to sewer door delete, so I could do the fire.
The Kane was in Crystal Ruler and TR.
Yeah, and where was the TR big? Because I was super late to that.
Yeah.
Where was the TR?
I don't remember anymore. You were running out of things to do, and then you found it, and then led you to TR. Was it at the top
it was
of
super
GT? Or?
Oh no, I remember where it was. It was in the Skullwoods big key chest.
Oh, that's right. You guys
could have gotten
out the.
Yeah. Because both of you.
Yeah, I just did the front.
Yeah, same.
Both of you did that. Both of you just did the front and left, and which, I mean, is understandable with it being a pendant.
Yeah, pendant skull, and without having the Cane, clearing skull 2 is slow, and I just wanted to dip the front and then go, everywhere else in the Dark World overworld. It seemed reasonable.
So the lesson of the No Logic tournament is it doesn't matter if the dungeon's a pendant. Just do it, because clearly dodging your pendant dungeons has absolutely been painful for people.
Would a green potion work from Eastern to Meyer? Or is it has to be red?
No, red or green.
Green. Yeah, green works.
Yeah. Most YBAs are subtiles. Majority of them.
Yeah, because when I was trying to go there from Eastern, I was like trying to do it in the green, and I was like keeping in my mind thinking that it has to be a red for some reason. So
red is the universal YBA.
Unless it's a spin. But yeah.
Yeah, then
red will always work with spins too.
Yeah, you just
VRAMs, yeah.
Which
yeah. But we should wrap up so I can grab a late lunch and we can meet again tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Hopefully we get some earlier equipment that can move around at least.
Yeah. So. I feel like I definitely was lucky on this one, and hopefully the luck is a little more evenly matched tomorrow, so we can get an exciting race for the viewers. But thanks Brett and Turdy Wong for doing comms, and everyone putting on the show, and everyone who watched. This is a lot of fun. Looking forward to more.
Yeah, and thank you also krelbel for tracking for us.
Yeah, stay tuned for a lot more No Logic tournament seeds. I think the next one isn't until late tonight. If you're in the US, it's gonna be really late night. Coxla versus V Sakat here on SpeedGaming at
Yeah.
1 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
If you want to get more of your No Logic fix. Nobly and krelbel fighting on game 2 tomorrow, like they said, about the same time. So we'll have to see how it turns out.